We've been celebrating the beloved god Ganesha in the festival of Ganesh Chaturthi. But in this video, with me, Dr. Priya Vimani, let's understand why this most revered god is worshipped as the remover of obstacles or the Vigna Harta. The story about Ganesha goes that his mother, Parvati, the wife of Lord Shiva, created him from dust. One day when she had gone to bathe, she asked Ganesha to stay at the door and guard it. Just then, Lord Shiva, her husband, made an appearance, and Ganesha, obeying his mother's orders, stopped Shiva at the doorway. Shiva was enraged, and in his rage, he severed the head of Ganesha. When Parvati emerged, she was extremely upset, and she insisted that Shiva resurrect her son. That's when Shiva looked for the nearest head he could find, and finding the head of an elephant, he takes the head of the elephant, and on the torso of Ganesha that has been severed from the head, he places the elephant head. And that's how we have Lord Ganesha with the elephant head. That's the story of our beloved elephant-headed god. Let's understand the meaning and the significance of this story. So the reason why we worship him as the one who brings the auspicious into our lives, so that that reason truly becomes known and comes alive. Parvati is known to be antithetical to the energy of her husband Shiva. What do I mean by this? Shiva is known as Mahadeva, or the great god, because it is Shiva who has conquered the excesses of human nature: anger, lust, greed, envy. He's conquered them. Therefore, he is the great god who has conquered the hunger of the excesses of human nature. And therefore, he resides on a mountain, on Mount Kailash, where nothing around grows, so that nothing fuels, nothing encourages the excesses of human nature. And also because he no longer needs anything around him to grow, since he has conquered hunger, and therefore he is able to reside on Mount Kailash. Parvati, on the other hand, her energy was known as one that looked outward, being the child of the mountain, the Parvat. Therefore, she gets her name Parvati. She is the goddess of celebration, who looked to the external world that Shiva had already conquered by becoming meditative and looking inward. Parvati, in the quest and the endeavor to cleanse herself of this accumulated dirt in her from the outer world, therefore creates a child from dirt. So the child that's created from dirt, that is Ganesha, is one that represents the outer world, the ego, the excesses of human nature. And that's why Shiva severes his head. And when he severes his head, why does he sever his head? Not to annihilate Ganesha, but to recreate Ganesha with wisdom, with intellect. And therefore the head that signifies ego and excess is removed, and the head of an elephant that signifies wisdom, the supremacy of intellect, is placed on Ganesha's torso. He is known as Ganapathi. Gan Ga meaning intellect, Na meaning wisdom, and Pati meaning the master of, or the one who has supremacy of intellect and wisdom. We pray to him. Hindus across the world pray to Lord Ganesha as the first god of prayer. He begins the access to the pantheon of the other forms of energy that reside in the god. He is the one that is invoked when you start anything new, a new venture, a new home, a new business, a new book. He is the one that brings and signifies auspiciousness, because by venerating Lord Ganesha, we are reminding ourselves to invoke the Ganapathi in us, the master, the supremacy of intellect and wisdom, that seed that lies in each and every one of us. And when we are able to call upon our own intellect and wisdom, of course, any new venture that we are about to embark on is likely to succeed. The probability of it completing to success is heightened if we are able to embark on it and keep with it by igniting that and invoking that intellect and wisdom that lies within us all. That is what Ganesha or Ganapathi signifies and stands for. The next time when we come together in prayer to Lord Ganesha, when we bow our heads in veneration to him, let's understand that our veneration of him is a reminder to each of us to unlock and connect with the intellect and supremacy that lies within each and every one of us. With this powerful philosophy and knowledge, I am sure Ganesha will become a reality, a living presence for each and every one of us. The happiest Ganesh Chaturthi and significance of Lord Ganesha, not just for the festival that celebrates this much loved God, but for always. Ganapathi Bappa Moria.